What's up guys, welcome to 4031 Kitchen. Today we're gonna do a how-to video on how to deep fry a turkey. This is actually the second part of the first video that we did of brining the turkey. We have the turkey that's been brined. It's in this beautiful bucket right here. It's been brining for 2 days now. Wait, I almost forgot to introduce my guest.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Farah.
She's shy. I get a little shy too around the camera. Alright, so let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make an injection. So this is what we're gonna use right here to inject the turkey. I know it looks crazy, huh? This big old needle, but right here I have a pound of butter, unsalted. Then we're gonna put a couple sprigs of rosemary and thyme. I like to make this little tie right here. It's easy for me to take it out and I don't have a lot of the mixture mixed in there getting stuck while I'm trying to inject the turkey. So I'm just gonna set this in there and then we're gonna add our ingredients. You wanna add the ingredients, Farah?
Yeah.
Alright. What is that?
We're gonna add orange juice.
Alright, that's about a quarter cup of orange juice.
Then we're gonna add some pepper.
Alright, a little bit of pepper. And this is chicken bouillon, about a tablespoon. Just gonna add that in there.
And we're add brown sugar.
Some brown sugar. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna let it simmer for about a half an hour. In the meantime, we're gonna start prepping our turkey, get it out of the brine, dry it up. We have to wash off the excess salt that's on the outside of it. And then from there, we're gonna get to deep frying. So let's get this on the stove. All right, now that we got our butter that we're gonna inject the turkey with, it's on the stove, it's starting to simmer. All the ingredients that we added in there are gonna infuse together and it's gonna create a nice tasty flavor that we're gonna inject into the bird. I just added some simple flavors in there. You can add whatever you would like. I mean, I put orange juice, you could put apple juice if you'd like. A lot of people put a little bit of red wine or some white wine. I didn't go that far, I just wanted to keep it simple for you guys. But use your imagination and just create whatever you would like. Put whatever flavors that you enjoy, you can put them in there. Okay, so just have fun with it. So now let's check out our bird. It's been brining for 2 days. It's gonna be nice. I know on the brine video I said 16 to 24 hours. Yesterday was a long day. I was planning to fry it yesterday, but I said, you know what, I'm just gonna let it sit one more day, so we're gonna fry it today. So it's got even more of the brine flavor that's been infused into the meat. And don't worry, if you go 3 days, that's fine. You can go that long. The bigger the bird, the longer that you want to brine it for. So let's see what we got here. Make sure that we get all the liquid out of the cavity. I'm just gonna turn it over and see what I can get out of it.
Whoa!
And we're making a mess. But it's all right, that's a part of cooking. My wife always says that I'm the messiest, cleanest person. When I'm cooking, I make a lot of mess, but when I clean up, supposedly I clean up good. So all we're gonna do is just kind of dry it up. I'm gonna take it to the sink right now and I'm gonna just wash off the excess salt that's on the top of it, on the outside of it. Don't worry, like if you're thinking, oh, we're gonna take away all the flavors that we added to, no, we're not, because it's already been infused into the meat. The brine and all the salt and all the flavors that we added in the brine, it's already penetrated the skin, it's penetrated the meat, so it's in the bird. So we don't want it to be too salty, so we're gonna just wash off the outside and then we're gonna... All right, now that we have our butter with all of our different herbs and our ingredients on the stove, it's starting to simmer. We're gonna leave it there for about another 20 minutes. That's what we're gonna inject the turkey with. We took out our turkey from the brine, we washed it off, we dried it up, and I put it into the refrigerator so it can stay cool. One thing that I wanna stress to you guys is safety. When you're doing this, when you're deep frying a turkey. I've heard people tell me, I've read stories of they deep fry their turkey and they start a fire. And the reason why they start a fire is because they put too much oil in the pot. And what's gonna happen if you put oil all the way up here and you put a 15-pound turkey in here, inside, all that oil is gonna overflow and come out and it's gonna cause a fire. Somebody can get hurt, you can cause serious injury, you can burn your house down, something dramatic can happen. So I want to stress to you guys, if you can look here on my pot, anytime you get a turkey frying kit, it should have these lines here. It'll say like 10 to 15 pounds, only fill oil up to that mark. Or if it's a little bit bigger turkey, then the line goes a little bit lower. But if you don't have a pot that has these lines, there's a simple way so you can find out your line. What you do is, whatever you're gonna fry your turkey with, so I'm using a couple different. This is gonna go inside the turkey so the bird stands up. I'm gonna put this, and I'm also gonna use this cage. So I'm gonna put this in here, put the bird in. Everything that you're gonna be frying, you put it in the pot. Now you're gonna add water. And when your bird gets submerged with the water, you stop. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull everything out except for the water. So the water level is gonna go back down, and that's gonna be your mark. Once you take everything out and there's only water inside the pot, that's where you're gonna put your line. Okay, you can get a little marker, a little Sharpie, or whatever you have that's erasable. Put a little line at that water level. And then you can take the water out, make sure you dry it. Because if you put oil that has water inside the pot, it's just gonna create a lot of bubbles, a lot of sparks, and it's not gonna be pretty. So make sure you completely dry the pot after that process. You have your mark right there, so that's where you know I can only go to that high with my oil. And I recommend that you use peanut oil or vegetable oil. Peanut oil I like better. You can get it a little bit higher temperature, it won't burn, and it creates a good flavor into your bird. All right, now it's time to add our peanut oil. We're getting very close to deep frying this turkey. If this is the first time you're doing it, you're probably excited, a little bit nervous. I remember when I first did mine, I was so excited, I was nervous. I got workers around the neighborhood, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, don't be nervous, don't be scared, just, follow the directions that I'm telling you, and just pray. Pray and know that God is with you and everything's gonna be okay, and be confident in what you're doing. I guarantee if you're deep frying a turkey, you have some sort of skill in the kitchen. You know how to cook. So just lean on that, be confident, and just knock it out the park. So all right, let's add our peanut oil. I'm using peanut oil. I got this at Costco. I can't remember how much it was, but peanut oil is a little bit pricey, but it is well worth it. So let's add the oil. The size of turkey that I am deep frying today, I believe is 12 pounds. Like I said, I'm using a 12-pound turkey. You don't want to use a big turkey when you're deep frying. You want to stay within the 12 to 15, maybe 16 pounds. Anything over than that, it's going to be very difficult to deep fry your turkey. The outside is going to get cooked a lot faster, and because it's so big, the inside is not going to get cooked as fast. Therefore, it may burn the outside, and you don't want that. So you want a smaller bird. And don't worry, if you're going to have 30 people over for Thanksgiving, you can do 3 of these turkeys in the amount of time that you would do 1 turkey in the oven. So if you want to do 3 12-pound turkeys or 3 15-pound turkeys, you can cook those, I believe it's 3 minutes a pound. So mine is 12 pounds. I can do that in 36 minutes. Quick, right? Instead of doing it in the oven, it's gonna take about 3 hours. So you can do 3 turkeys in the amount of time that you would do 1 in the oven. So don't worry, if you get 2, 3 small turkeys, 4 turkeys that are small, it's gonna feed enough people, and you're gonna do it in a timely fashion, I promise. So I got to the oil level. Let's get this bad boy on the, I haven't used my turkey fryer. I didn't deep fry a turkey last year, so I think it's been 2 years, so I'm a little bit excited. Can't wait to do this. So let's get this onto the propane. All right, so we're about to get our peanut oil onto this burner right here so we can get the temperature up to 375 degrees. But before you do that, I mean, if you're doing it in dirt, you probably don't need to do this step, but I would suggest to put a little bit of cardboard down. If you don't want to get your driveway or your concrete, if you're in the patio, I'm in the front of my house right now in the garage, but if you don't want to get your concrete stained with oil spots, put this down. I'm not trying to say that the oil is going to be coming out like crazy, but we are putting food into a hot oil. So what's going to happen is it's going to boil a little bit, it's going to pop a little bit, and you're going to have a little bit of oil kind of jumping out, but nothing crazy to be nervous about. So I just put a little bit of cardboard down so that you don't make a mess and that the cleanup is real easy. Okay, so let's get this thing started. I have this nice little turkey setup here. It's going to make a lot of noise. Come on, let's get your little thing. There we go. Crank this up, alright guys? Crank this up as high as you can. Alright guys, now that we have the peanut oil onto the burner. We're waiting for it to get up to 375 degrees. It could take about 45 minutes to an hour. Just give it a little bit of time. But I want to share with you guys that in my past years that I've done this, I remember one year in particular, it was really windy that day. Thanksgiving is coming, and sometimes it's a little windy that day. So you may have the flame on your burner go out once in a while. So you gotta kind of figure out a way to barricade it, block it so that the wind doesn't blow it out, because you need to keep that temperature at least 375 degrees, and then it's gonna drop down to about 350, and that's exactly where you wanna be frying for the 45 minutes to an hour, depending how big your bird is. But you guys know what time it is. It's breakout time, and I want to share a passage with you, a passage that always touches my heart when I get to read it, when I get to share with people, and it's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16 through 18, and it says, rejoice always. I love it when passages start off with rejoice always or pray always. So this one says, rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ. Give thanks in all circumstances. That's a very difficult thing to do. It's very easy to thank God when things are going our way, when we're getting blessed, and it seems like good things are happening to us. It's real easy to say, thank you, Lord, right? But what about when things are not going the way you want them to go? Or things are, you're going through a season where you just don't feel like you're up on the mountaintop. You may be going through a valley, maybe someone in your life has passed away, you may have lost a job, or something dramatic is happening in your life. How do we thank God in those circumstances? Well, let me tell you guys, it's very easy. We need to look past our own issues and start looking at the world. Start looking at the brothers and sisters around us. Start looking at Christ and keep your eyes upon Him. Because, man, we can thank Him in all circumstances when we think about what He did for us on the cross. And when we start thinking about that and what He went through, and you read the stories in Matthew, man, you get a little glimpse of what Christ went through for you, for me, for your children, for your family, right? And then all of a sudden, when you're thinking about that, you kind of lose track of what your situation was what's happening in your life. So try to take your eyes off of that one thing that you're magnifying it on that may not be going good in your life, and put it on something positive. The Lord, your family, things that you have that you're not thinking about, because it's real easy to think about the things that we don't have or the things that we may be losing. So focus on the good, and it's going to be real easy to thank the Lord in all circumstances, right? So I hope this helped you guys. I encourage you guys to rejoice always, pray every day, pray always, and thank the Lord each and every day. Thanksgiving should not just be a day, one day that we celebrate each year. Excuse me. It should be 365 days a year. Every day that we wake up, we should be in a spirit of thanksgiving, Lord. Thank you for the food in my refrigerator, Lord. Thank you for this bed, Lord. Thank you for this roof, Lord. Thank you for my beautiful wife, Lord. Thank you for my children. There's so much that we can be thankful for, but we take for granted each and every day. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to just give thanks each and every day. Love your neighbors, spread the love, and just cook beautiful food. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the word of the day. I hope it encouraged you guys. So now let's get this turkey going. I was looking at our temperature. Let's go take a look at it real quick and see what our temperature's at right now on our oil. But let's check our oil and see what temperature we're at. 295, 303. It's going up a little bit. So we're almost there, guys. We need to hit 375 degrees. Right now we're at 296 degrees, so we're getting there, slowly but surely. All right, guys, our butter injector sauce goodness is all finished. Oh, look, this is what's left of our herbs. This is a technique that I suggest that you guys adopt into your cooking habits. It's very simple. You just tie a little twine around whatever herbs that you're throwing into your sauces, to your soups, whatever you're making, and instead of trying to pick them all out, you just grab the string and you pull it right out. Very simple. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside. Let's see, put my finger there. Ooh, that's hot, but man, that is good. Give it a little Let me see, I'm outside, I don't have any utensils with me, so let me just use my trusty chef knife. Kind of mix all the, I'm not going to use all this butter. I just like to always make extra. I can always save it for something else. Thanksgiving is coming around the corner, so I can use this butter for something else that I'm gonna be cooking. So I just wanna get a little strainer and any excess stuff that is lingering around that I don't want in the bird. I just want the flavor and the butter. There you have it, see? All these little extra peppercorns and whatever else we put in there. Stay into the strainer. All right, now we're gonna begin to inject this turkey. So the main parts that I wanna hit, the wing, the leg, and the breast, okay? Those are the 3 parts I wanna hit. You can also hit down here if you'd like, but those are the 3 that we're gonna focus on today. I remember the first time I did this, I was just hitting it everywhere. But those are the 3 parts we're gonna hit. So mix up your burger. Mix up your burger a little bit. But make sure, guys, that you let this cool down. Don't just take it from the stove and just start injecting your turkey, because it's gonna be very hot. And once you put this in there, it's gonna start cooking the turkey. So you want it to be about room temperature, okay? There we go. Let's see. I feel like I'm a doctor. Bam! Look at that. Nothing but goodness right there. So I'm just gonna hit at an angle. Get the probe in there, and you're gonna see as you push it. You can get a little closer. You're gonna see it's gonna like get puffed up a little bit. So kind of move the syringe a little bit. You don't want to make too many holes. Just 1 hole, because the more holes you make, the juice is gonna come out. And just kind of rotate it around. If it comes out a little bit, that's fine. Don't worry. Woo! Stop the bleeding. Alright, now let's do the leg, la pierna. Tienes piernas de pavo. I just pretty much said you have legs of a turkey. Watch this. This is my favorite part. It's like we're injecting. You go to this side. Down the middle. My wife's laughing at me because all my little noise and Fairy Bear's laughing at me. Silly dad. See, it puffs it up a little bit, so let me see. I might need a little bit more love. So get your pot. Strain out a little bit more. Strain out a little bit more. Hit the breast. I like to hit the middle of the breast. Bam. Come out, rotate it this side. Bam. Be careful that you don't bend the needle. I did that one year and I messed up my injector needle and I couldn't inject anymore because the stores were already closed. I guess that was my excuse not to go back out. I'm just doing a little bit. I'm not doing a crazy amount of injecting, just kind of showing you guys how I do it. Do the other side, do the same thing. Get the wing, get up in there. Come on, girl, work with me. Bam, look at that. Look at that. Love right there. Pour it out, put your finger there, stop the bleeding. Hit the other breast. One puncture, guys. The needle's long, so you can kind of go down a little bit. Boom. Pull it out a little bit. Don't pull it all the way out. Rotate it. Hit the other side of the breast. Pull out a little bit. Go straight down. Bam. Simple. I missed something. What did I miss? Oh, the leg. Leg. Boom. Pull it out. Go to this side. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? We got a bleeder. And that's all I'm gonna do today, so you guys can kind of play with your bird, see the different parts that you want to inject. All right, so our peanut oil is almost about 300 degrees right now, getting ready for this beautiful turkey. I can't wait to deep fry. So let's get this turkey, I almost said chicken. Let's get this turkey prepped up so that we can get it into this oil. So if you bought that kit from Costco or Walmart, it should come with something like this. Probably looking at it like, what do I do with this? So this is gonna go straight up into the bird, all right? We're gonna go like this, feet up, right down the neck, and it should come out right on the top, just like that. And then you have this thing that looks like, I don't know, if you're out in the country, it's dinner time or supper time, ding, 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 ding. So you got this, and this is what you're gonna use to put it in to the oil, and then when it's ready, you just hook it right here, and you're gonna pull it out, okay? Should be very simple, don't be scared, guys. And you'll notice, I'm gonna give you guys a little tip, I'll say it again later. 3 minutes per pound. This is a 12-pound turkey, so 12, 24, 36 minutes, this bird should be done. I know you guys think, man, 36 minutes, that's fast. Remember, we're putting it into a deep fryer, submerged in oil, 350 degrees, so it's just locking in all the flavors, it's locking in the juices. It's gonna create a nice seal on the outside of this bird, a little crust, and it's gonna lock everything in. If you go over, it's gonna dry out the turkey. If you go under, it's gonna be raw, so there's a fine line. You'll notice though, the bird will begin to float up to the top. That's when you get to probe it. Stick the temperature gauge in there and make sure it's up to 165 degrees. We'll pull it out, let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll carve it up. So we're pretty much there, guys. I'm gonna get this thing ready. I'm gonna put it in this. Make sure all the, this is how it's gonna look. Oh, and then we're gonna just slide this into the pot. You can use this, I guess, but the oil's gonna pop up a little bit, so use the bell collar. All right, check it out, guys. We are at 375 degrees. We are ready to fry. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn off the burner, drop the bird in, let it get down to 350 degrees, and that's exactly where we're gonna try to stay, 350. So you're gonna have to keep your eye on the burner. Either you're gonna have to raise it up or lower it down, but you wanna stay within 350, 360 at the most. That's where we wanna be. All right, guys? So let's get this bird in. Stay right there. All right, let's drop our bird in. So, hear that, guys? What you wanna do, drop it in little by little. Not a lot, okay? Just drop it in little bit. That's exactly what you want to see right there. So we're gonna let this get down to 350 degrees, and that's where we're gonna camp out. And see how you notice these little grease spots? That's why I was saying to put the cardboard down, just so you can protect your sidewalk, your concrete, and you won't make stains all over the place. All right, guys, we just pulled out the turkey. It's at 160 degrees. Don't worry, it's gonna get up to 165. You wanna pull it out about 160. You're gonna let it rest for about 20 minutes before we start carving it, and it's gonna come back up to temp. Man, that's a beautiful bird right there. I don't know if you guys noticed that before I put this into the fryer, I didn't put any seasoning, I didn't put nothing on the outside. The reason why I did that is because before I've done like a Cajun seasoning. You can do a Cajun seasoning, or you can put rosemary or different types of herbs on the outside. But I noticed that when I put a Cajun seasoning on it, the bird, when I bring it out, it looks like it's burnt. Right here we got a nice golden brown color, a nice perfect color for a turkey. And one year I did it, we put butter on the outside and it completely just burned the turkey. So I suggest don't put any butter. We got all the flavors from the brine, we got the flavors from the injection, and this is the proof in the pudding right here. It took us 36 minutes to fry this turkey up. And look how beautiful it is. You can tell all the meat is running from the end of the bone. If you push on it, it's nice and firm. That's how you know it's cooked. And man, you can't get any better than that. Beautiful bird here. All your guests are gonna love this turkey. If you do the proper steps, brine it, inject it, deep fry it, man, it's gonna come out excellent. Just wanna say thank you guys for tuning in. It was a pleasure cooking with you guys. Please leave a like or a comment down below. Pound the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you guys can get notifications when we're putting out new videos. I appreciate the support, guys. It was a pleasure. Remember, guys, be the salt of the earth and thank the Lord in all circumstances. I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys.